começando mais um CineMasters. Estamos com Gasol Huang, o chinês mais brasileiro que nós temos aqui no nosso país. Ele é gerente de marketing da Hollyland Latam. Seja bem-vindo.
Welcome.
Hello. Very nice to be here.
Yeah, it's a great pleasure to have you here. We talked before in Select Masterclass.
Yes.
And now we're here to show the new equipment, the launches, talk about Hollyland products, right?
Yes.
A gente trouxe o Huang Gasol para falar sobre os lançamentos da Hollyland, para falar sobre esses produtos que têm feito tanta diferença no nosso mercado audiovisual. Eu tenho várias perguntas para fazer para ele, mas a gente vai conversar também sobre a história dele, por onde ele passou, como é a formação dele, como é que ele atua hoje representando a Hollyland no Brasil, certo?
Sim. Fazer esse mix também de português e inglês, né? Então depois vai estar a legenda para todo mundo aí, né? Quando a gente vai falando em inglês.
Gasol fala português bem pouquinho, então a gente vai ter que fazer em inglês hoje para ajudar todo mundo, certo? Before we get into the equipment, I wanted to know about your story. Where do you come from, and what's your background, and why working with audio and video?
Yeah. So first of all, I'm from China, and actually, as I mentioned, I have never worked in any other brands in my whole career until right now. So when I was in university, I was learning the major of the business English. So when it comes to the graduation year, I was looking for a job that is able to work in the overseas. Actually, the first things I want to be is a sales. And entering the Hollyland, I think one of the reasons is because I found that this brand is very potential. Because like during the pandemic, we can see the whole video industry is growing. Yeah. And also, I would like to say Hollyland grows at the fastest year is during the pandemic year. Because people all stay in the room and they do the live streaming, they do the content creating, even the churches that are doing the live streaming things. So I found that this industry is potential. And even though I haven't get in touch with this audio visual industry before, I'm confident that I can learn it and like enter this industry. Yeah.
Eu quero perguntar sobre a origem da Hollyland. Ela não é uma marca clássica como a gente tem Shure, Sony e outras marcas que têm trocentos anos de tradição. Hollyland is not a classic brand like Sony, like Shure,
Arri.
Yeah. Where does it start and when?
Yeah. So actually, our company was founded in 2013. And at first, we are not like working as a filmmaking industry. At that time, the first product that we did is like the Ethernet cable extender in the internet bar, because at that time a lot of internet bar that they are using the camera and they need the video cable or something like that. So at that time, our brand is not called Hollyland. It's like a domestic brand in China, and it grows very, very fast, and it's almost at the peak of the industry. But things happen with the mobile phone coming out and more mobile games come out. People like getting tired of the computer games. So not that much people going to the internet bar to play the computers or something like that. So this industry go down sharply. And at that time, the whole company is almost getting to the age of the bankruptcy. Bankruptcy.
Yeah.
And at that time, the company decided to transform. So at that time, we don't have our own brand yet. We are actually producing, like as we say, like in the past, the Chinese company or the factories are mostly doing the OEM for the brands or something like this. So with the accumulation of the technology, we started to do our own brand. So we started in the 2018. It's actually not that far away. Like right now,
it's like yesterday.
yeah. So right now it's only 6 years. So we start from the video transmission system, and then we go to the intercom system, and then we go to the wireless microphone system. Then right now we actually have the live stream camera. And the reason that we come from step by step, there is also a principle, because the strategy of the company thinks that like we need to compete in small circle first. For example, if we are just a small brand that just begin, we want to compete in the big market. There are a lot of brands. It's very hard for you to compete with them. Yeah. So we start from the small market first, the video transmission. So after being work very well, I would not say top one in this industry, being successful in this small circle, and then we go to the intercom. Okay, intercom, we are actually working well right now. We go to another level by level, because I think this is a very right decision and strategy of the company. Yeah.
That's a great strategy. And when do you guys started to do audio things like the microphones?
Microphone, the first product that we have is a LUC 150, which was launched in the 2019.
It's pretty recent. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I would like to say the design of the box of the wireless microphone is actually the first one in this industry. We know there is some wireless headphones is using this box, but I mean in the wireless
microphones, we've never seen it before.
Yeah, so we are the first one in this industry. So I think this is also one of the reasons they become successful in the wireless microphone at that time, because it's very convenient.
So convenient.
Comparing to the others, you need to charge it every time, and you need to have a separate back to storage it. This one is very simple. Just put it in and charge it.
Yeah. A gente tava conversando antes, né, que eu tive uma experiência muito positiva com os microfones, principalmente com o LARC Max, por conta disso, porque a gente está muito acostumado, até ruim isso, né? A gente está tão mal acostumado de que o microfone sempre precisa de pilha trocar o tempo todo, tem sempre o fio que passa por dentro, e de repente a gente encontra uma solução totalmente fora da caixa, assim, fora do padrão. This is so out of the box, you know, because most brands, classic brands from audio, I think they were used to do things like in the old times, you know, with cables, with batteries, and then you come up with this wireless stuff with no batteries, with rechargeable station. This is so different, and but it solves most of the problems that we used to have.
Yeah, and the reason that we can make this kind of product that maintain the most demand of the consumer is because, like for the Hollyland, as you can see right now, I've stayed in Brazil for more than 40 days. This is not just happening in Brazil. This is happening in the whole world. Wow. So every day we have people coming up to visit the client, to visit the people like you who work in this industry, to really know what is you guys want to be improved and what's the feedback about the product. So we receive the feedback, we report to the company, our engineers analyze it, so improve the product.
What is most impressive about it is the speed of launches, of new releases, and starting to do audio stuff in 2019.
Yes.
From now, it's like 5 years. And you have like the most revolutionary product in audio industry, you know?
Yeah. Like as you can see, even though we develop so fast, no matter in the video system or the audio system, we don't launch a lot of products in a very short time. We only launch the product with the good quality, because we believe that like if you launch a lot of product at the same time, you will make the customer confused. Which one is good? Which one should I choose? So like as you can see, we only launch each line of the microphone like once a year or something like that. So this microphone is precisely targeted the people and precisely let them know this is the right thing they're gonna choose, rather than like this one we have the A, B, C, D, E, F, G so many options for you. Choose by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is also like was satisfied with the customer, because when we are trying to buy new things, we need to do a lot of time to do the investigation, which one is good, and you also need to do the comparison internally with the brands. So it's very time wasting. We want to make things clear and make them easy to use it, and let them choose the good product in a very short time.
Yeah, and I think you're doing a very good job in this aspect, because it's very clear, you know? It's so clear. We have this one, it's a simple microphone, and we have this one, it's a little bit more complex, and that's it, you know? It's very clear for us. And when we think about most old brands, old like Sony, we have this and this and this and this and this and that and that, and they all have the similar names, you know. And I think you're doing a good job in this.
Yeah. Like as you mentioned, like right now we have the Lock M2, and we also have the Lock Max. For the Lock M2 is for the people who was doing the content creating or more of the basic video creation. You don't need to so many complex settings.
Yeah, that's
I only want the noise cancellation and easy setup. Audio quality is like medium to high is good enough. But for me, like if I'm a professional video maker, like I pursue the good quality of the audio, and I want to check the status of the audio all the time, and I want to do some manual setting, something like that. Okay, Lock Max, easy to choose.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I recently bought the Lock Max, and I was amazed by the easy operation. You know, the menu is great. When we compare to a classic Sony lavalier mic, it's so hard to find things in menu. We have only like 2 buttons, and we can't find anything. And here we scroll.
Like a phone,
exactly, like an iPhone, and everything is there. It's easy and it's intuitive, you know. It's a great job, and congratulations to you guys.
Yeah.
Acho que um diferencial muito legal também desses microfones é o fato de ter 2 cápsulas para um receptor, né? E isso é muito bom, porque se a pessoa tem uma câmera só e precisa fazer 2 depoimentos, ela consegue captar isoladamente as 2 pessoas, né? E depois isso é facilmente separado também ali na edição, né? Porque tem um canal L, um R ali, né? Dá para separar, duplica os 2, né?
Yeah, he's saying that the fact that we have 2 mics and in one receiver, it's a game changer also, because we don't have this kind of solution in the market until Lark.
Antes era sempre 1 para 1, né? Transmissor, receptor, você precisaria ter 2 canais ali num gravador ou 2 câmeras. Né?
We used to need like 2 microphones, separate receivers, or 2 cameras, and it was a pain in the ass.
Like one of the mission of our company is called make the shooting infinitely easier. So this is also, as you can see, most of the Hollyland product is very easy to use. You don't need to do a lot of setting, like I need to open it, I need to pair it, and I need to set a configuration. No need. I'm not talking about the microphone. The same in the video transmission. As long as you pair it before, okay, you charge the battery and it works. Intercom system, you put the battery inside, turn it on, paired, all things clear.
Eu tenho a impressão de que essa inteligência assim de desenvolvimento de produto parte de um lugar de quem não é da indústria, assim, sabe? Eu tenho a impressão de que as marcas mais clássicas, elas já partem de um ponto de partida, assim, que é microfones tem que ser assim, transmissores tem que ser assim, porque sempre foram. Eu acho que eles serem uma marca recente que não vem de uma tradição de audiovisual faz com que eles pensem mais assim de forma mais inovadora.
Fizeram talvez para um mercado mais atual mesmo, né? Pensando aí em pessoas comuns que têm necessidades que são mais comuns do que a da indústria audiovisual como um todo.
I'm saying that I have the feeling that you can innovate like this because you're not from the past ages of audio and video. So you get into this game with an open mind, you know,
Mm-hmm.
to solve problems,
Mm-hmm.
to deal with the limitations in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
You don't start from a point that like Lavie microphones have to be like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
you start from a point that, well, how can we do it differently? How can we do it better? Right?
Yeah. So talking about the difference, I would like to also talk a bit about the wireless microphone. Actually, like each microphone of our product has a specific differences comparing to the other wireless microphone. As you say, like if we want to be the good one, the popular one, we cannot like just simply like copy the products is already existing in the market.
Yeah.
Like LagMax, I already mentioned. Lag 150, I already mentioned. The differences is the box of it.
Mm-hmm.
And for the Lagcam one, the difference of it is noise cancellation. The first noise cancellation, and I think is one of the earliest microphone with the noise cancellation. It sells so well when it was launched, especially in China.
Nice.
Everybody was crazy about this wireless microphone. And with the LagMax, we try to like make the audio quality much more better. So we use some kind of like physical structure to improve the audio quality, not just like using the chips, but also changing the structure of the wireless microphone to make the audio much more clearer. This is the difference of the LagMax. And for the Lagcam 2, as you guys can see, it's also getting crazy in the whole world because of the small size. And in this small size, it could create incredible audio quality and also with the noise cancellation. So that's why we can be popular and be welcome in this market. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. O isolamento de ruído, ou redução de ruído, é um exemplo disso, de como sempre foi um problema na captação de áudio, sempre foi deixado para pós-produção.
Sim.
E nenhuma marca...
Ou se era exigido um ambiente totalmente limpo numa captação, né? Olha, todo mundo, mínimo silêncio, porque
assim,
vai rodar áudio, né?
Não podemos rodar aqui, sei lá, perto da rua, porque não dá. Não tem como resolver esse ruído. Então,
é algo que o cancelamento de frequência e as IAs de tratamento, né, deram ali uma revolução mesmo, né, na forma de captar, né?
We're saying that you're... it's a revolution because we used to say things like we can't record here because it's too loud. The noise is too loud. We can't record next to a street because we have traffic sound. So now with this kind of resources, this kind of function of noise isolation, we don't have to think this anymore. We can. You guys are allowing us to do things that we weren't allowed to do before. But before we get into the products, I want to ask you that question again that I asked you in Select Masterclass. How do you guys do such a great product for such a low price? What's the secret?
The secret. One of the things, I think there are mixed by several reasons. The first thing is because we're in China. Actually, I'm very proud of my country because I think it is a very highly potential country and it actually delivers so well. So we have a successful and amateur industry in China. So everything you can get can with a good price. This is the one thing. The raw material is is one of the reasons, and also the company is dedicated to the research and development by ourselves. So right now, the employees of the Hollyland has already surpassed 1,000 people, and the people who work in the research and development, I believe, is around like 300 people. So
So from 1,000 people, 300 are in research and development.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah. So there is one sentence in China is called like 酒香不怕巷子深.
What?
It's like it's saying that like if you are doing a very good job, even though you are in a very deep corner, you don't need to be afraid that cannot attract the client. But right now we think that like marketing is also important, but I would like to go back to the questions you mentioned before. Second is about the research and development. We focus a lot on the develop the new technology, because we know, like, if you only be the company that taking the technology from the other places, you don't have your core technology. It's hard for you to be the top one or be the tops in the market. So with the strong investment in the research and development, we own our technology. So in this way, we don't need to purchase a lot of like copyright technologies from other people. This is one thing. And also I think the third reason is because right now, with the size of the company growing, we have a lot of like orders. We sell a lot in this market. So with the increase of the purchase, the cost also decrease down.
Of course.
And I think also for the company, like we are trying to make the product that is more applicable for the user. Because let's talk about the video transmission. Before Hollyland, we can see the video transmission in this market is super high.
Yeah.
Like one transmitter might cost around $1,000, $2,000 at that time. And in 2018 or 19, we launched the first wireless video transmission system, the Mars series, which is a consumer video transmission system. The price is good, less than $1,000. So people who work in the industry that need the video transmission, that wants to improve the efficiency, they could buy it. Yeah, so I think this is like the main three reasons that we can provide a good quality with a low price.
Nice.
Deixa eu perguntar uma coisa. Tem, acho que próximo passo também que eles já fizeram aí uma pequena revolução foi no caso do M2, por exemplo, né, que já veio desde o LARC 150, mas que é o fato de você conseguir plugar, coloca o microfone, né, e tem como colocar o receptor direto no aparelho celular, né, então já tem a partezinha Lightning até o iPhone 14 e o USB-C agora para todos os outros dispositivos, num sistema super compacto, já sem fio, mandando o sinal para esses microfones, né? Então já pensando nessa nova geração que tá filmando com o celular, e também tinha um problema que era conseguir jogar o áudio sincronizado para dentro do aparelho, né?
Yeah, content creators always had this issue with audio, right? We didn't know which microphone to buy because, well, I'm gonna record in this microphone and then I'm gonna record in this device and then I'm gonna send it to my computer so I can edit. It was always a challenge, and you guys just cut it right through the phone, right? We can put it right into the phone and eliminate all these issues that was in the way, right? So I think it's like it's because you think about the experience, right? You're thinking about the problem solving in the process of a content creation, right?
So as we say, like we do a lot of like market research in all over the world, not just in Latin America or Europe, also in Southeast Asia, any country. In most of the countries, we have people that travel there to talk to the end user, to talk to the people who work in the industry. So that's why the product can sustain the demand of the users. And also because we realize that right now the industry is developing, there must be more and more people focused and dedicated into this industry, and there must be people who are not experienced in the audiovisual industry, but they want to make good quality of the audio, video. So they need a product that is more professional, but more easy for them. So that's why we have this kind of product.
I feel that you're very close to your with stores and and rental houses. You have a very close relationship with everybody in our market. What's your strategy in Brazil? Like from a Chinese company to be here in Brazil and Latam. It's a small market, right? Or not? What's your strategy? What's the game you're playing here in Brazil and in South America?
So actually, Latin America, I think it's a pretty good market, especially
Really?
Brazil.
Really?
Brazil, it has a pretty good population,
Yeah.
and the economy of the Brazil is actually pretty good. But we know, like after the pandemic, we got some knockdown by that. But actually, this is happening in the whole world. And about the strategy of the Hollyland, I think one of the reasons that we can develop so well is not just by us. I believe this is by the help of all parties that are related to Hollyland. For example, our distributor, our resellers, and also a lot of influencer that is willing to speak up the true opinion about the product. So they are willing to share about the experience and the usage to the end users. And also, apart from the online things, we also work greatly in the offline, because we believe that a brand should not only exist in the online. Especially, you want to be a professional brand, you need to face to the end users. So that's why we make a lot of like offline events, like the roadshow, the expo, and the workshops, something like that. We want to stand in front of the end user, telling them we are the company that truly care about your interest, that care about what you think, and care about what you want. And
we can feel that.
Yeah. Like I what I remember deeply is that like last year we make like an event in Sao Paulo, and there is one user that tell me that I feel very happy to see you guys here, because you guys make us feel like you value us. You want to hear what do we think.
That's it.
Rather than you just want to sell the product to us. And I also fully agree with this opinion, because we believe that the best sales is not sales. The good product is by telling, by sharing, by doing this kind of like offline things. We show the product, the end users can experience it. If they think it's good, then it's good. Rather than I tell him, this is good, you try it, you know it, and you buy it. So I think this is the one of the strategy that we are making in Brazil. And as we can see, there are actually not a lot of brands develop well in the Brazil market, because we know Brazil is a little bit complicated country. Everything you want to import into Brazil, almost 100% taxes. Yes, but we are willing to invest in this market because we believe this is a potential market, and we are willing to grow together with this market. So for some brands, they might think that like shipping things into Brazil is expensive, everything is expensive. They might think the return of the investment is too low. But for us, we would like to sacrifice the current interest in exchange of the long-term interest. Yeah,
I think it makes sense. And I feel we can feel that we're close, you know?
Yeah,
it's different. I never felt this like with most classic brands. We don't feel them close to us. We don't see them in the events. And you're here and you're very close, and we talk like we're old friends, you know?
Yeah.
We feel like friends already.
Yeah.
And it's great because I know I can send you a message and you're gonna talk to me. It's so different with the relationship we have with another brands. It's very cool. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, and one of the values of I will not say one of the value, the top value of the company is the customer centric, because we know like without the customer, the business cannot grow, the company cannot exist.
And the customer itself, it can be a marketing channel, right?
Yes.
You have people willing to talk about your products for free, like because they really like it, because it really solved a real problem from his routine life. I would do. We're doing this because we like the brand, you know.
Yes.
We wouldn't do it because only because they pay us, right? We're doing this because it really changes our lives positively.
Yeah, like we can see actually right now, like in the offline or in the online, there are people like willing to share their experience of Hollyland, rather than I give them the product, okay, you must speak for us, but they purchase the product and they're willing to share with their friends, oh, this is a nice product and you should try if you want to buy something like this. I have talked to many clients in the event or the expo. I asked them, how do you know about us? They say it's recommended by the friends. And I think this is the most proud that I come from my heart, because I think this is the best marketing existing in the market.
Definitely.
Yeah.
A gente costuma comprar equipamento perguntando para as pessoas, né? Quando as pessoas precisam de alguma coisa, eu mando mensagem para você e falo, cara, e aí, o que você acha disso? Qual que é a diferença desse para esse? E Hollyland é isso, né? É uma pessoa indicando para outra porque usou, porque gostou. É muito bom. Let's dive into the products. I think we can start with Lark Max because it's most fresh in my mind. I think it would be better if we get rid of this stuff, so we do not.
Okay.
Spill it. Okay. Boa. Então, nós vamos fazer agora alguns unboxings, alguns reviews aqui de equipamentos, os nossos equipamentos favoritos. Começando pelo Lark Max. Let's start with Lark Max.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Great. Let's open it.
Sure.
So, eu vou compartilhar um pouquinho da minha experiência que eu tive aqui, né? Eu comprei esse carinha em Belo Horizonte. Eu estava viajando para fazer um documentário. Gabi, se você puder colocar na tela, me ajuda. Eu comprei esse carinha aqui quando a gente foi fazer um documentário na Bahia. No meio da viagem eu soube que a gente teria que ter mais um microfone, porque a gente faria 2 entrevistas paralelas. E, cara, fui no Google desesperadamente procurando Hollyland em Belo Horizonte. E aí encontrei essa loja que vendia. E aí comprei esse cara aqui por indicação dos vendedores da loja. A princípio eu ia comprar o Lark M2. E aí o cara me convenceu a comprar o Max. Foi uma experiência ótima, cara. Eu fiquei muito satisfeito com o resultado. Não esperava todos os recursos que ele tem. Eu não sabia que tinha todos esses recursos.
O Max, ele é um step acima, né, do M2, né? O M2, ele é mais creator ali, digamos, né? O Max, ele já
foi
tem
o Gasol explicou pra gente, né? Que o M2 é voltado para creators, galera que produz com mobile, e o Max é mais para a indústria, né?
Exato.
Vamos lá. Gasol, if you can you introduce us to Lark Max?
Sure. So this is the wireless microphone that upgraded from the Lark 1J50, because the first Lark 1J50 was launched in the 2019. So it has already been like 3 years, 2 to 3 years, not being launched in this level. So we got the upgrade version of the Lark Max. So the main difference comparing to the Lark 1J50 is that it's more compatible and it's more easy to use, and also with more functions inside the Lark Max. So as we can see, the design of the box is the same as the Lark 1J50. There is 2 receiver and also 2 transmitter and 1 receiver in the box. So with the receiver, it has a LCD panel that you can check the status of the wireless microphone status. So when you take the microphone out, you can see the audio quality, the pressure of it, so we can check the real status of the wireless microphone. When you take it out, the light is blinking. So when it's connected, it will always show the light. So as you can see right now, it shows the real time of the audio quality that is always working. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. So let's talk about the transmitter first.
Yeah.
So as we can see, the size of the Max is a little bit bigger than the Lock M1 or the Lock M2 because it contains more functions inside this one. So as you can see from the right side here, yes. So there is a rec button. So we can see like each transmitter of the wireless microphone is a recorder. You can choose from the receiver that when you take it out, it can record automatically. So you don't need to like press it every time. Then it can record the audio. And each transmitter has 8 gigabits of the storage. So it means that it can help you to record 14 hours of the audio. And each audio is gonna like cut into 30 minutes per file. So it's more easy for you to find it out.
It's great.
Yes.
It's great.
And from the other side, as you can see, we have a jack port. So as we were talking about when people are doing some live streaming or some podcasts or some content creating, some formal interview, they don't want to show the big logo like Hollyland to their users.
Yeah.
Because it might change the focus of the interview into the wireless microphone. So this one, you can connect with the jack port with the wireless, the lavalier mic. So just a small mic right here without any brand logo. So it solves your problem. And I think this is also one of the reasons that this type of microphone sells well, because some people really don't want to show the logo of the brand. And the next one, yes, is the noise cancellation. This is the second version of the Hollyland wireless microphone. We have the first version of the Lock M1, but that one, some people might think it compressed a lot of the audio quality. So this one, the noise cancellation is more soft. When you check the audio at the post-production, you will find that even though you turn on the noise cancellation, the audio quality you can hear is still pure and clear. I think this is one of the success of the Lock Max. Yeah, so you can check from the interface. It has like different ways of wearing. You can just clicking on your collars, or you can have at the back of it, you have a magnetic clip.
Vamos lá, vou me microfonar aqui.
Yeah.
Eu vou inclusive gravar eu mesmo aqui, tá?
Boa.
Ó, vou apertar o REC aqui. E vermelhinho. Estamos gravando, certo? Estamos gravando aqui, vermelhinho, beleza. Eu vou, inclusive, ligar aqui também o Voice Isolation, Noise Isolation, né? Se tá verde, tá rolando a inteligência artificial tá trabalhando aqui para isolar os ruídos. Vamos lá, vou me microfonar aqui. Então, tem duas formas de fazer, né? Ou eu vou colocar assim e vou deixar rolar, certo? Ou eu vou fazer escondidinho, né? Com o nosso imã aqui. Olha que beleza.
Yeah. I think this is the way that most people like wearing, like easy. And
because it's so subtle.
Yeah,
right?
Especially when you are wearing the black clothes.
Yeah.
It's hard to detect you are wearing a wireless microphone. Yeah.
Eu vou compartilhar uma experiência que eu tive aqui com esse carinha.
Tem a Priscilinha aqui também, né?
Ah, aqui ele tá vestido pra...
A Priscila, ou Dead Cat, né?
Eu vou compartilhar uma experiência que eu tive aqui com ele, que foi o seguinte. Eu tava gravando um doc lá na Bahia e a gente tinha que entrevistar as pessoas em um hospital. E, cara, muito ruído, né? Nos corredores da emergência ali. E eu falei, bom, ou eu deixo pra tratar esse áudio na pós, ou eu já boto um isolamento de ruído aqui e ver o que acontece, né? E a gente, como a gente estava monitorando em tempo real, a gente conseguiu sentir ali que a perda depois do isolamento é muito baixa, cara. normalmente esses tratamentos de isolamento de áudio, de ruído, eles comprimem muito as frequências da voz e acabam distorcendo e perdendo muita frequência, né? E nesse caso aqui a gente sentiu que perdeu muito pouco. I'm saying that the loss is so low. I was in a hospital, so we had a lot of noise, and then I chose to use the isolation instead of solving it in the post. And we felt like it's such a low loss, you know. It was very natural, and the result was very good.
Yeah.
So eu fiquei bem satisfeito assim com o resultado que a gente teve, e a gente dali para frente a gente usou o isolamento do começo ao fim do job. Inclusive quando a gente rodou perto da rua, que tinha ruído de trânsito, we had traffic sound, but aí dali em diante a gente usou o isolamento para o resto do job e foi super bem. Né? Você teve alguma experiência legal também para compartilhar?
Cara, eu uso bastante eles. Na verdade, eu gostaria de fazer uma pergunta para o Gasol. Quando eu opto em usar direto a cápsula desse lapel e quando eu opto em colocar o microfone com o lavalier mesmo?
When is it better to use directly the little box, or instead of it using the lavalier mic?
So if you want the best quality, we still recommend you to use the original voice collector that without the lavalier mic. So as I mentioned, in the situation that you don't want to show any brand logo of the wireless microphone, you can use the lavalier mic. But for the best audio of the quality, for the best quality of the audio, we still recommend using just like clip-on to use the audio collector to collect your audio. Yeah.
Nice. Let's talk about it. This guy here.
Okay. Go. Okay. So as you can see, this transmitter, this receiver is more elegant and like looks more luxury comparing to LAC 150, because this is a touchable LCD screen. So it makes you feel like it's like using a phone.
Yeah.
And this one, the right one is like a home button. So it's like still the same using the phone. You can back to the menu easily. And like when you enter inside, here, enter inside, you can back here very
perfect.
easily.
Menu.
Yeah.
Aqui a gente acessa o menu.
Yeah.
Recording mode.
Yeah.
Mic settings. Mic gain. Going back.
Yeah. And I would like to talk one by one. So as you can see, the first one is the mic setting, right?
Rec mode.
The rec mode. So we can press it in, and you can see there is a stereo, mono, and the safety check. So for the stereo and the mono, I think most of the people know what it is. For the safety track is because we know that like people are usually doing the outdoor recording. So there is a lot of like situation might happen, like some sudden voice come out of the audio that might make the audio breaks. They might make the audio breaks, and with the safety track, the audio is divided into two channels, the left and the right. In the right track, you would decrease the decibel decrease 6 decibel. So even though you have sudden audio comes up, you can still make your audio be healthy in good quality rather than breaks the audio. That's we call the safety track, because for the professional guy, they need these kind of things to make things happen. Yeah.
That's great.
So we can go to the next one. Yeah.
So you're in mic settings.
My setting is like the basic function. Like you can see here, you can.
Só minutinho, deixa eu limpar aqui.
Yeah. Yeah.
Posso ver de novo?
Okay. So in the So in the mic setting,
Mic settings.
you can check. You can adjust mic gain to see you want it to be sharper or be lighter. This is a setting. And next one.
Here.
Yeah, here. And you get gathering.
So we turn this wheel. So
you need to choose it first, and you turn it up and turn it down. Yeah.
It's so easy.
Yeah, easy to use.
Very intuitive.
Yep.
There.
Okay. And audio recorded. So when you enter inside, you can choose to turn it on or turn it off, because we got a button from the transmitter, but you can also do the setting in the receiver. You want to turn it on or turn it off. This is audio recording. So as you can see right here, you can turn it off. Turn it off here. Yeah. No, you should press it. Yeah, it's off, right? Right. I think it's on the
mic.
Yeah. You choose to open it automatically or manually. So when you turn it on, every time you take out the microphone, you will record the audio automatically. If you turn it off, if you want to do the recording, every time you need to press it by yourself. Yeah, so that's the audio record. Because
that's great.
Yeah, so because people, they don't actually, for some people, they don't want I record so many audio without my permission or something like this.
Yeah.
But some people I want to make sure every audio I recorded is have a backup.
That's great.
Yes. And talking about the audio recording, one thing we need to pay attention is if we already turn on the noise cancellation of the wireless mic, but the internal recording will still record the original audio, not the compressed one, because we know that people who used the audio recording is the people who is more professional. They do the post-production, they added the audio, so the original audio quality is more suitable for them rather than the compressed one. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. So we can go to the next one.
Auto off.
Yeah, you always skip up. For the auto off, it's for example, if you are doing some outdoor recording, it's not like you record it all the time, but sometimes you record in this area, but you need to go to another place to record it. So there is a time gap that you are not actually recording. So in this way, the microphone can turn it off automatically. So when you want to use it again, just turn it on. So in this way, it can help you save the battery.
Of course.
Yeah. So you don't need to worry about, I'm going to lose my battery or something like this. It's always with a good battery life.
That's great.
Yeah.
So we have LED brightness.
Yeah. Yes. So you can to adjust the brightness to the medium or to low, because some recording is in the dark environment. If the LED panel is too bright, it might affect the video quality or something like this. So this is the thing that we also consider when people are doing the actual recording.
Great.
Yeah.
We're here in storage.
Yes.
Do it again.
In storage is to check the storage room of your wireless microphone. You have
internal
mic 1, the mic 2. So if you want to delete all the audio quality, all the audio file, just choose a formatted.
This is great.
This microphone recorded 8 hours.
14 hours.
14 hours.
Yeah, 8 gigabits, 14 hours. Also, I forgot to mention that the transmission range of the wireless microphone is 250 meters. Yes, so this is the distance of light of the sign.
Wow.
But we know that people actually don't do the shooting in such long distance.
Yeah.
But why we have such long distance is because it proves that you can have a better stability of connections. For example, if you are recording in a very crowded environment, we have many devices right here, and if your transmission range is only 10 meters, 50 meters, it means that the maximum of it is 50 meters. But this one, the maximum is 250 meters. So in most occasions, you're working 50, 60, 80 meters. You don't need to worry because we still have a long way to go.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Which file format it is recording right now. It's
You mean the internal recording?
yeah, the internal
wave. WAV.
Nice.
Yes. So it's like the same like
the best
yes
possible.
Yeah.
So we're hearing phone speaker.
The phone speaker, I think this is also one point that we do the market research and learn about the pain points of the end user. For example, when you are connecting your receiver to your phone, at least in the previous version, you need, when you want to replay the audio, when you want to replay the video, you want to hear the audio of the video, you need to plug out of the receiver to hear the audio. But this one with the phone speaker, you can like just keep it on and replay, and you can hear the audio.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, because if you are doing a short video content creation, you need to record it many times. So every time plug it out, plug it in, plug it out, plug it in. It's a very small action, but you waste your time. So we make it more easy. Just
That's
always
great.
keep it on. Yeah. So this is a EQ setting. So you have the vocal boost. So you have the vocal boost. You have the high image. You have the hi-fi. You have the low cut, and you also have the vocal boost. In the hi-fi, you can keep the best maintenance of the original audio quality. This is suitable for the people who are like working still in the professional one. In the low cut, like it's like a double addition of the noise cancellation. So you can cut the low frequency one, so like the noise in the low frequency. For example, if we are using the air conditioner, it has a very low noise, but you can still maintain. And also the next one is about the vocal boost. For example, if we are doing the podcast or doing some interview, we want to like boost the audio quality from the people. So we can choose this one
on a specific frequency of voice.
Yes, like to outstand the human audio quality.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's compatible in different occasions.
Okay, we're here in system settings.
Yeah, the system setting is like
pairing.
Yeah, the pairing and also some other things, because this is already paired, so you can easily.
It's great because. If it's paired, we don't have any options because it do it by itself, right?
Yes. And like as I said, for the microphone like this, you don't need to do a lot of like extra button to make the setting. If I take it out, they are not connected. Okay, put it back to the box, close it and open again, take it out. Paired. They are paired. Yeah, nice. Very easy.
Very nice.
Yes. The next one is the
brightness.
The screen bright. Yeah, the menu brightness, and this is a upgrade. Yes. So when you have the new devices, when you have the new firmware, you can connect with the phone, and then you can connect to the computer and drag out the file inside, so you can upgrade through here.
Nice.
Very easy to use. Yes. And the next one
is date.
The date. Like selecting the date of the wireless microphone. But this one is in Chinese, but you can change the language also.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a time.
Okay.
Right now it's more like like a small clock.
Language.
The Chinese, English.
No, English, please.
English. Yeah.
Factory reset, so we go back to
the original one. For example, you do some wrong setting and it's not working well, because we know every equipment, when it's not working well, just reset it and everything will be fine. That's the wireless microphone.
And then version info, so we know which one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And also like the battery life of the wireless microphone is around like 8 hours. So
that's so good.
Yeah, 8 hours for each one, and also the charging box can charge the transmitter and receivers for around like 2.5 times, 2.5 times. So like if you are doing a whole day shooting, you don't need to worry about the battery life. This one finished, put it back, take another one out. Take another one out.
Eu acho que esse é uma das grandes conquistas aqui do desenvolvimento desse equipamento, cara, porque você poder simplesmente encaixar os carinhas aqui e saber que eles já estão carregando, eles estão pareados, e a próxima vez que você for usar, você só precisa tirar eles daqui e partir para gravação, é incrível, cara. Quem nunca passou perrengue porque acabou a pilha do...
Tá acabando, né? Tá com aquele
Tá
pauzinho, você tá no
E acaba rápido, né?
Opa!
Cara,
lapela come pilha, né?
lapela come pilha, exatamente, cara. Então, isso aqui é revolucionário. E aqui atrás a gente tem o
USB-C, né?
Uhum.
Exato. Pra gente poder carregar, e aí um carregamento
Carregar
simples,
e acho que sim.
Mhm.
So this is great. And the box. I love the box.
Yeah.
First, I love this hard case. It's beautiful. It's
Yes. Mhm.
like it was made by Apple, you know?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was made like by Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
and the box is beautiful, and it's great.
Mhm.
And the experience of opening,
Sophisticated.
very sophisticated, elegant, like you
Yes.
just said.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
made to inspire. It's great.
Yeah. The slogan.
Congratulations. This
Yeah.
is a very well-made product.
Yes.
So next one is,
Mhm.
what do you want to talk about?
We can talk about the transmission system.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you do the
Mhm.
handling this time.
Yeah. Okay.
As baterias.
Okay.
So make us an introduction about why does it exist, and for what purpose it was developed.
Mhm. Okay. So the reason that we have the Pirate series is because the Mars line is already existed for a long time, and we need something new to encourage the development of the market. So we got a Pirate series, and this one is a better performance also, and with a different technology, more easy to use and more better performance comparing to the Mars series. Okay.
Very nice. Very
Okay.
nice.
So as you can see right here, this is a transmitter of the Pirate S. The Pirate S is more like the upgrade version of the Mars 400 Pro and the Mars 4K. And I would like to mainly talk about the difference between the Mars 400 Pro and the Mars 4K. So as we can see here, the interface of the
It's yours.
the interface of the Pirate series. This one have the HDMI port and also the SDI port. So for the people who are more working the professional shooting, they prefer to use the SDI port. But at least most of the time, I use the HDMI port. And we also have the Pirate Edge that is only with the HDMI port and the HDMI loop out, which is more for the consumer level. And at the side of it, this one is the USB-C. So this one, I think one of the important function of it is like, actually you can do the live streaming through the transmitter. I'm gonna show you guys how it's gonna make it. It's actually a little bit complicated, but I think this is a very interesting function it has. This one you can connect with the Ethernet card through here. Do you guys know Ethernet card? You connect here. You get
No.
It's like like the wireless Ethernet capsule, something like that.
Okay.
Connect here, and you can use your phone and download the app of the Hollywood. And if you are doing the live streaming, you have the URL. You also have the password, right? So you can type the URL and the password through the Hollywood app. So the transmitter can receive this kind of data information. So the video source that you received can go to the cloud to do the live streaming.
That's great.
Yeah. So for the people who only use one camera to do the live streaming and they don't want to like bring the camera all the time, this is easy for them to use. And also this one is supposed to DC power, and it also supports the MPF battery. And also, if you are in the urgent use, you can also try to use the Type-C to do some immersion powering. But we still suggest you to use the DC and MPF battery.
Okay.
Okay. So.
No, continue, please.
So as you can see, this one, the biggest label is the 4K. So the Pyrex can support you to transmit the 4K 30 video source at maximum. And as you can see, the label of the antenna right now, the Mas series adopts, the Pyrex series adopts the dual band frequency. One is the 2.4 gigahertz and one is the 5 gigahertz. The technology that we're using right now is a little bit different from the market that is using in this market right now. For the dual band frequency that we are using, is actually like we know like the 2.4 gigahertz. Actually, the bandwidth of the 2.4 gigahertz is very small. So if you want to use it to transmit the video, it's actually very hard because every data of the video is so big, and you want to use such a small channel to transmit such a big file, it's almost impossible. But if you're using the wireless microphone, because you know the data of the audio is relatively small, so 2.4 gigahertz to transmit the data of the audio is okay, but in the video it's not working well. But why do we still using the 2.4 one is because we use more the 5 gigahertz to transmit the video data. But this one, the 2.4 gigahertz, is more to transmit the like some kind of like information of the transmission. It does not transmit the video source, but it transmits some agreement of the connections, the Wi-Fi. It's more like a handshake agreement or something like that. Something like that. So this way, what's different comparing to the Mas series? Like it can help you have a better connections in the transmission, because the 2.4 gigahertz help the 5 gigahertz to share a big data on this channel. So the 5 gigahertz can have more path to transmit. Yes, to transmit the video source. Yeah,
that's great. Great thinking.
Yeah, and also like in the Pyrex series, it supports 1 transmitter to 4 receiver at maximum right now. So we know like in the Mas series, it only supports 1 transmitter to 2 receiver. And it has 2 modes. One is the unicast mode, which is like supports 1 transmitter to 2 receiver, and the transmission range can go to 400 meter. But in the broadcast mode, it can support 1 transmitter to 4 receiver, but the transmission range decreased to 200 meter. So there's a difference between the unicast mode and the broadcast mode. So as we can see here, one of the difference of the Pyrex series pairing is that this one you don't, because in the Mas series you need to, like if I have a new receiver, I need to choose the pairing mode, and this one pairing mode, I need to press them together to make them pairing. So it's more like the manual pairing, right?
Right.
But for this one, it's a little bit different. So as we can see here, there is a group pairing. So you can see here, you have group A onto A, B, C, D, E, F, G, E, F, G. It has met so many groups for you. So how it works is like, for example, right now I have 4 receivers. So I put them all in the C group, so they connect automatically, rather than, okay, 1 by 1 pair, this one finish, this one, this one, this one.
This is great.
More easy to use. Okay. And the Pyrex is what's different is like it has the auto channel hopping, but it's a little bit different from the Cosmos C1. The Cosmos C1 is more like using the chips, the hardware to achieve the auto channel hopping, but the Pyrex is more using the Wi-Fi, the self-invented Wi-Fi technology to do the hopping. So it might be a little bit different from the Cosmos C1, but it still works well. So what's the function of what's the benefit of the auto channel hopping is like? So as we can see right now, we are in the channel 1. If there is interference in the channel 1, you skip to another channel that is more clean. So you don't need to, because we know like when we are doing the live streaming or doing the transmission, there are a lot of like interference in one environment. It is very high possibility, very low possibility that the channel you are on is always clean.
Yeah.
So with this technology, you don't need to, oh, there's interference, I need to change it right now. You skip automatically. So this is also one of the difference. So as we can see from the screen here, this is a color LCD screen. So at the top of it, you can see whether the video source is in or not. So right now we don't have any devices to input the video, so it shows no video, and also it shows like which channel you're at. And this is the HLD blah blah blah. It's like the network name. For example, if you are gonna use your phone to connect to the transmitter, so you can use you can search the Wi-Fi, and this is the Wi-Fi name of the transmitter. Yeah, so this one is more like the professional video transmitter, also consumer level transmitter, because some people, they don't actually have so many monitor. The iPad, the iPhone can also be the monitor. Download the app, connect it, all things are done. Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, so and here you can see the battery life and also which group it is in, and also which mode you are in. I'm gonna explain it later about the HD and the smooth one. And also this one is like how many receiver is connecting right now, because I'm not pairing these two one together, so there is 0 receiver. So we can go inside to the menu, long press it. There is a scene mode. The scene mode is like we have the HD mode and smooth mode. What's the difference is between this one is like the HD mode, you will try to maintain the best quality of the transmission, because as we say, the transmission environment is always unstable, so the image quality is also always changing. So when you choose the HD mode, you will actually maintain the best quality and the highest bitrate it can achieve. So it will goes around like 8 bitrate to 12 bitrate. You try you will try its best to achieve at the 12 megabit, but in the smooth mode, which is more suitable for people who is more focused on the focus pooling, or they are chasing for the lowest latency
yeah,
as possible. So choosing a smooth mode, it will like try to like hold the latency as low as possible, but at the same time to keep the image quality. Yeah, so this is a smooth mode. So it depends on which mode you want to use, and choose the one you're gonna choose. Okay.
It's a matter of priority, right?
Yeah.
If you want the best resolution or the best
latency. Yeah.
And uma coisa legal dos transmissores é que quando você usa, né, você ganha um conversor também, né, um conversor de HDMI para SDI. Às vezes sua câmera é SDI e você tem um monitor do outro lado HDMI. Então você coloca um SDI aqui, você vai ter uma saída HDMI e vice-versa, né? Então é legal que com qualquer transmissor, não qualquer, né, mas os melhores que tem no mercado hoje, eles já fazem essa conversão também, né? Então é um
interessante. Compartilha alguma experiência aí de set pra gente falar sobre a importância do transmissor.
Então, o legal do Pyro é que eles possibilitaram, né, você justamente fazer essa conexão com vários receptores, né? Então você tem um transmissor e vários receptores. E isso num set, principalmente num set grande, né? A gente tem a necessidade de mandar monitoração para muita gente, né? Então vai ter um carinha na câmera, exato, pelo menos 4 ali você tem numa produção grande, né? O cliente, para o cliente ficar sozinho, não ficar no cangote de mais ninguém, o diretor, né, poder ter a sua liberdade, o foquista, e geralmente um quarto a gente manda para o departamento de arte, né?
Boa.
Fazer os ajustes em cenário, enquanto a coisa tá rolando lá, né? Então...
E também elimina a necessidade de você ter monitores profissionais, porque, por exemplo, você pode dar um iPad para o departamento de arte.
Exato.
Pode vai ficar ali mais
vai ficar mais versátil para andar e tal, né? E eu não sei também se ele conversa com as linhas anteriores.
Can we pair like this one to the other.
The other line?
Yeah.
You mean the mouse one?
Yeah.
Cannot.
Okay.
Parallel mouse. To mouse.
Okay.
Yes.
These monitors.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is Pirate 7, so they are in the same line.
Okay.
They're able to pair.
M1
No,
not
M1
connected.
cannot.
Okay.
Yes.
We're talking here about how these 4 receivers are important most in advertising, because we have the art department, we have the focus puller, we have the director, we have the client, and all of them can get the signal in different devices. Like the focus puller can have it in a professional monitor.
Yes.
The client can have it in an iPad.
Yes.
And this gives us
alternatives.
Alternatives and autonomy and flexibility, right?
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah.
Que mais?
Que mais? Bom, dando um geral aí de tudo que ele falou também, já pensando no uso prático, né? Então tem as saídas SDI e HDMI. É muito legal o lance da energização, porque quando a gente está num setup grande, geralmente a gente não vai usar uma bateria NP. A gente vai sair já de uma bateria V-mount, né, num plate V-mount, para fazer a ligação via USB-C mesmo, né? Então você já elimina esse peso aqui atrás. E aí, né, tem aqui a parte também, né, da rosca 1/4 para a gente colocar os Magic Arms e tudo mais. Lance das antenas. Então, assim, fica tudo... A ideia é reduzir peso e ganhar essa versatilidade, né, de ter o sistema acoplado na câmera.
The weight, the low weight of the system is a thing, because if we are on a heavy camera, we don't need another weight, right?
Assim com o cabo.
This is very small and light.
Because we know, like, people who are mostly using the transmission system is the people who are using the mobile camera. I mean, the movable.
Yeah.
So the weight of each equipment is very important, because, you know, they are going to hold it all the time. If you put something like 2 kilograms through 3 kilograms, how long can they hold it?
Yeah.
So as you can see, actually this one, like, holding is very lightweight. So people who are doing the professional shooting, they actually use a D-tap to the DC.
Yeah.
So actually you don't need to use a ampere battery right here. Easy, lightweight. You don't feel the weight of the transmission system. So can help you have a better performance or efficiency in the real shooting. Yeah.
Eu quero testar esse via Wi-Fi também, cara, ver como é que performa.
É bem legal. É bem legal. Eu conheço as versões passadas, né? A gente tem aqui o Mars 400S, né? Inclusive a gente fez um job esse final de semana que foi o Festival João Rock. Ele tava justamente na câmera do Eric, o 400S, e ele andou o festival todo com uma câmera no Easy Rig, com o diretor atrás, né? Tá certo que tava tudo pertinho, mas você imagina você passar ali numa multidão de 70 mil pessoas com tudo quanto é tipo de intervenção de sinal, né? Coisa que vinha do palco, os próprios celulares das pessoas, né? E ele segurou as pontas magistralmente ali, né?
E tava mandando o sinal pro diretor.
Pro diretor que tava atrás com o monitorzinho e eu tava com M1, né? Eu tava com um parecido desse. Tava também com o sistema Hollyland. Só que eu tava com o 4K. E a diretora que tava me acompanhando tava com o M1, que daí já ele é um monitor que já faz toda... Ele é monitor e transmissor e receptor ao mesmo tempo, né? Ele já faz todo o sistema.
He was sharing his recent experience in a music festival using the system. And they were walking around the festival with a lot of stuff happening around, and it held it. No interference, nothing.
Yeah. So talking about the live event, there is one function that I want to mention about the Pyrex. This one has the frozen frame function. So the frozen frame. I'm gonna show you
fusion frame.
Yes. So as you can see right here,
frozen
frame. How does it work is, for example, I believe people who have used the Hollyland system before, when the signal cuts, the screen will show the big logo of the Hollyland. I would like to say this is a double side of the promotion. One hand, the people know, oh, they are using the Hollyland, but on the other hand, they know Hollyland
It's
costs
not
a signal.
This app is changed for this model?
It's the same.
It's the
Is it
same.
the same app?
Okay.
Yeah, the same app, Hollyview.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes. And right here, the frozen frame. When you
Pera aí, ele tá falando de outra coisa.
okay,
Tá falando de outra coisa.
okay.
Depois a gente volta no app.
So when you choose it on right here, and when the signal cuts, it will show the last. It will show the last frame of the video source. So as you can see, like you are doing the shooting right there, doing the live event, you have a switcher.
Yeah.
So when you detect the audio cut, you can quickly switch to another video source. So people will not feel the loss of the video. So you will also not show the big logo of the Hollyland. I think this is very important for the people who are actually using this one. For example, if you are using a very big event, we know that like showing a big logo of the third party is actually not good for the client.
Yeah.
They don't want to see these kind of things happen.
Of course.
So right now we have these kind of things. Yeah.
It's better to watch a frozen frame than a random logo.
yes. That's true. That's true. And as he just showed, we have the Hollyview app, and I would like to show a bit how to connect it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So give me a minute. So first of all, we need to connect with the Wi-Fi of the transmission system. So you need to go back to the main stage. So here, Wi-Fi here. Okay, so we can see the Wi-Fi name of the. Okay, focus here. Okay.
HLD.
Yeah. Okay, 3222246. So you can choose this one, and the general password is 128. But sometimes if you forget where's the password, you can go to the menu. Okay. System and net info. You can choose. You can see the network right here is 128.
128.
Right.
Right.
So
we're on.
Yeah, don't need to worry that I forgot the password of it. And because right now we don't have the video source getting in, but we can try.
Whoa, quanto app!
So many apps. Right?
So many apps.
Okay. So here, so we can choose to connect because right now we have the video source. I'm not sure whether it can connect or not. So it's loading. It's loading. Okay, connecting.
Não estamos mostrando nada também na câmera, né? Então, mas vai conectar.
Okay.
It's on.
It's on, but
There's no signal, but it's on.
yes, as it shows, please check the video inputs of the device.
Perfect.
So when you have the device, it shows here. So as you can see right here, it has the basic function of the monitor, like the exposure, zebra, the zoom in, zoom out, how to change the size of it. And
Is there any camera? Tem alguma câmera que a gente consegue conectar agora rapidão para mostrar?
Só se tirar alguma aí. Tirar o plano aberto.
Vamos.
so right now we have connecting to the camera that we're using right in front of us. So you can see there is video source coming inside right here. Yeah, so there is video source, and right here, this is the video source that we receive real time right now. And there's one thing that when I was doing the testing, I find that actually the latency that we receive from the phone is a little bit lower than the receiver. The reason of it is because the bitrate of the phone receiver is around like 4 megabits. So the image quality might be a little bit low, but this allows it to have a better performance of the latency.
In a smaller screen, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay for you to do the monitoring, and there's just a very slight latency between this one because we use some methods to see the difference of it. So I'm not sure whether you guys can see or not. Actually, the latency, we can go to here. We can test. Can we project?
Põe
to
aí
the,
na.
yeah.
Põe na
So
tela.
you guys can see the latency
Oh, it's very low.
is very low right here, right?
It's very low.
Almost the real time. It has the latency. We have the mid. This one, the lowest latency is around like 50 milliseconds. This is the best performance.
Great.
So for the medium or the small production team, this kind of low latency is very affordable for them to use, and it's not a big problem.
Great. Let's dive into this menu here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
sure.
put it aside.
Yep, sure.
Okay.
Okay,
let's do it.
okay.
You go.
So this one is the recording. So if you wanna do some review, like you wanna check the audio that you just recorded, so you can put it in and you can check the feedback.
That's
right
great.
here. Yes.
Muito legal isso.
Also, okay, it's processing. Hold it on. You can check like I think this is like, I don't know how to say in English, but to check the exposures or something like
Waveform.
Waveform. Sorry, waveform. And also right here to check all of the things you want to check.
Histogram.
Yeah, this one. I think you are more professional than this one. Yeah, and here.
It's amazing that it has all these functions.
I know this one. This one is called Zebra.
Zebra.
Yeah, and right here we can like to change it in different way, and also here to have a specific square that you want to see from right there. So this is a very compatible device for you to do the basic monitoring, right?
That's great.
Yeah, and also zoom in right here. Right?
No way.
You can check more details and zoom it back.
No way.
It's very easy to use. Yeah.
Very complete.
Yeah.
Passou rinoceronte em fuga aqui.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is a basic function of it. So when you are in the unicast mode, you can see like the you can, if you don't use any receiver, you can connect maximum 2 mobile devices. And if you are in the broadcast mode, you are not able to use the mobile devices because it already allows you to have 4 receivers.
Man, the quality is amazing. The latency is amazing.
Yes.
The resources are amazing.
Yeah. Like even though we say like this one can connect to 2 receiver or 4 receivers, but we know like the price of the receiver is actually not very cheap. So people who want to have a low cost solution, they can use the phone they already have to do the monitoring.
Everybody has his own phone. So
yeah, so every phone of yours is a monitor, easy to use.
That's it.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Very nice.
Next one.
I would like to talk a bit about the Power 7, but this one is not battery.
Yes.
Okay.
The second battery. Vamos voltar.
See. So
Can we make a little break?
yeah, sure. So right now, we are here to talk about the Power 7 right here, and I would like to just talk briefly about this product because I think it's like a upgrade version of the Mars M1 Enhanced. The reason we have the Power 7 is because comparing to the Mars M1 Enhanced, the people feel like this screen is too small, so they want a bigger one. So we have the 7-inch one. And this one is also fully compatible with the Power S. So right now we are actually receiving the signal from the Power S transmitter. So the same thing, when the Power S is in the transmitter mode, you can receive, we can actually use 4 receiver for Power 7 to connect with the Power S transmitter, or you can use one Power 7 as your on-camera monitor and change it to a transmitter to transmit 4 video source to 1, 2, 3, 4 Power 7. And
that's great.
Yeah, and also one of the interesting points of the Power 7 is this one. It allows like multi video source monitoring. Because right now we only use one camera right here, but if we have 2 cameras, let me show you guys how to use it. So as you can see, there's a system and there's the shortcuts right here. So this is the we can choose the grouping. So when we choose the grouping, we can choose the A group and a C group together. So in this way, for example, we can see here right now the F2, which is here. The F2 here is a shortcut. When I press it, it will skip because right now it is in the A group, right? When I press the shortcut F2, it will skip to the group C. For example, right now I have another PyRes that is connecting to the side camera, and that one is in the C group. I press it and you skip to the group C. So I can do the 2 cameras monitoring. So one monitor receives 2 video sources. Very convenient to use because this one is still the engineering version. So the switching might take around 10 to 15 minutes to do the switching at the first time. But when the official version comes out, I believe when you do the switching is less than 5 seconds. So it's very easy for you to use. And as we can see the side of the Pirate 7 here, there is an SD card that allows you to input inside the Pirate 7. So you can do the recording here, right here, and you can save it. Because for the Master M1 Enhanced, you can also do the recording. But the maximum is around 2 minutes or 3 minutes, something like this. For people who record longer time, it will cut the front video that is already recorded. But this one with the SIM card, you can record as much as you want. And this, we have to make clear that the video they recorded is not the fully raw video. So it is small for you to do the review or something like this. But if you want to using the official editing video, maybe it's a little bit unsuitable. But if you want to make some short clip or something like that, the video source can maintain your demand.
That's great.
Yeah. And we can see the port of here is at the back of it. This one accept the ampere battery, 2 ampere battery, and we will also have some kind of adapter that allows you to connect with the V mount or the G mount big battery. So rather than using the ampere battery, because still the same, professional guy like to use the like the V mount, G mount big battery or something like this. And this is a DC powering. And also it supports the SDI in and also the SDI out, HDMI in and SDI out. And also it has a headset interface that you can connect a 3.5 millimeter headphones to check the audio of the video source. And this one, the USB is more for you to do the the upgrade, the firmware upgrade. And also, of course, this one, you can use the OTG converter to insert your LUT, because people, sometimes they have their own LUT they gonna use, so they can insert the LUT they want to use. And this one, the brightness of the Pirate 7 is a little bit higher than the Master M1 Enhanced. This one, the brightness goes to 1200 nits. So I believe it is suitable for you to use in most of the occasion. If you think it's too dark for you to work in outdoor, we also have the hoodies to help you to cover the shade of the sunshine. So no need to worry about it. Yeah.
Recurso legal também é que tem a furação aqui embaixo, né, para colocar, já tem uma furação aqui para vertical, e tem as duas aqui, né, se você quiser colocar uma alça e ficar com uma alça aqui no pescoço, né, então, para quem tá fazendo, principalmente uma direção num trabalho mais guerrilha, né, você colocar aqui uma alça e ficar com esse monitor na mão, né, já tendo transmissor embutido, é fantástico.
We need...
E, se não me engano, no Select ele tava até com foco nele mesmo.
O assistente de foco?
É, o follow focus encaixado nele.
Yeah.
Sim, dá pra usar a saída, né, a furação pra acoplar o foco ali, já ficar tudo integrado também, né?
O Focus Puller trabalha aqui.
Yes.
Muito interessante. A gente precisa falar também sobre a qualidade dessa tela, né? We have to talk about the quality of this screen, fidelity of color, and not only brightness but contrast and level of low lights and highlights. It's very good. It's beautiful.
Yeah. I think actually the monitor is one of the area that we're exploring right now, because we have already done a pretty good job on the transmission system, microphone, and the intercom system, and people might not that familiar with the monitor of the Hollyland one. So we are trying to provide a solution for the people to use, so it's more easy. So as you can see, with the Pirate series, it's very easy to use. You don't need to add one more monitor receiver right here. This one is already, this is not actually a monitor, it is a monitor with transmitter and receiver. You can change the status of it. If you want it to be a transmitter, it can be a transmitter. If you want it to be a receiver, it can also be. Yeah,
that's great, because we used to get all these things separated, right?
Yeah,
the monitor is only a monitor, and we have to attach a transmitter or receiver, and it becomes a monster.
yes, because in the production team or the group setting up, we always want to utilize the product to make it as simple as possible and as professional as possible. And this is also the thing that we're making. And in these 2 years, we are also trying to introduce the Hollyland wireless solution to the end users, because as you can see right now, our monitor is wireless, our transmitter is wireless, and also our microphone is wireless, and also our intercom system is also wireless. So actually, when we are doing a production shooting, a commercial video shooting, you can see that in each set they need our product. For the let's forget about the professional one, because they're not going to use the wireless microphone, of course. But for the small team, they use a microphone, and then they want to do the video transmission to the director or something like that. They use the transmission system, and they have some client want to move away, so they can have a wireless monitor right here. And of course, we have the director need to coordinate the people, camera guy on, camera guy out, lighting has some problems, something like that. We have the intercom system. So this is a solution that we are trying to bring up to the end users to make them more easy in the setting up and also in the production team.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's jump into intercom solutions, right?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
You go.
Yes. So as you can see right here, this is a we have 2 intercom system right here. This one is a Solcom C1 for Solcom C1, and this is a Solcom SE. I will make a very brief introduction of the Solcom C1. So before the Solcom C1, we have the Mars T1000, we have the System 1000T, we have the Solcom M1. But they are more like the professional and not very complicated, a little bit complicated, because they have the bell pack, they have the cable, so you need to hold it all the time. This one is a true wireless headset that we produced and also introduced to the industry. And actually, before the launch of the Solcom C1, the intercom system at this level is occupied by one brand. So I'm not gonna mention the name. It's not that good.
It's okay, but we all know.
Yeah, we all know. Yeah. But with the launching of this intercom system, right now we can see more and more people are using this kind of intercom system. And there is one thing that we usually show to the users why we call it Solcom, is because it not only the audio is solid, but also the structure is solid. So as you can see right here, I can just blend it out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and you can be the original shape. So because we know that a lot of rental houses, like the hot video, they rent it to the end users. And sometimes the people who rent the product, they don't actually value a lot the product they're using. I rent it, I can turn it back as long as it does not break. So they use it brutally, and this one will make it solid. So don't need to worry about using 1 time, 2 times it breaks.
That's great.
It's always the original shape. Look, I have bent it with very strong power, and it's still the original shape. And also, still the same. A lot of rental houses are renting out the intercom system. With the time going, the occlusion is easy to get dirty and broken. So this one is the replaceable one.
No way.
is a replaceable one. And also here is also a replaceable one. If you work in the hot weather, you can change it to this one. If you watch in the cold weather, we can have the over-ear phone. So different options. If it is broken, you can change it. And also microphone. Yes. 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 Yeah.
This is over-ear.
Yeah, this is the over-ear version. Yeah.
For cold weather, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. And also, as you can see, the microphone cushion here, the same. Because as we can see, when we are using the intercom system, this is actually the place that getting close to the mouth. And we know like the, how can I say, the water of the mouth?
Babinha.
Yeah. Always
Saliva.
goes to the microphone cushion. With a long time, it gets actually dirty. This one is
And
replaceable.
gross.
Yeah, you can change it, replace it.
That's great.
So
too.
every time you want to use, it's the new one. So you can improve the experience of the users. So still the same. Why we can have the product with so many details is because we talk a lot with the user. We know what people are actually using so that we can make it better for the people to use and have a better experience.
Great.
We are not just providing a simple product to them. We are providing a product that with good service and also good details that people is gonna love it. Yeah. And so this is a very basic introduction of the Silicom C1, and I would like to talk a bit about Silicom SE. So as we can see, what he's wearing right now is the intercom system that we just launched in Brazil in June 6th. This one, as you can see, it is more plastic. I should not say that. It's it's more. It looks more affordable for the people. Of course, the price right now is like
accessible.
Accessible for the people. So this one, you can see the brown label is the master headset, and for the black label is the remote headset. So this one, what's the difference from the Silicom C1 and the Silicom C1 Pro is that it is more for the small production team and the people who doesn't have a lot of budget in investing the intercom system. Because for the, let's make an example, for the Silicom C1, the global price is around like 4 headsets is around $1,000. But of course, in Brazil, it is higher. But for this one, for 6 headsets, it costs around like $1,000. So the same price, but extra 2 headsets. But if you are using like 4 headsets, I believe the price is around like $650 to $700. So it's
very, very cheap. Like,
yeah.
In a good way.
Yes, yes. And this one, we are not saying that like we're decreasing the price and we also lost the quality of the intercom system. This one, the audio quality is still very clear. And one of the things that I want to mention is about the noise insulation, because Silicom C1, it doesn't have the noise insulation.
Okay.
This one, it has it. And we just attended an expo called Church Tech Expo. And a lot of people test this product under the PA system. And when we are testing the intercom system, they say, whoa, it's amazing. The audio quality is so good, because maybe they haven't tried any intercom system that with noise insulation that can help them to have so clear audio quality in the noisy environment. And this one, comparing to the Silicom C1 Pro, you don't need to press it up or press it down to turn on the noise insulation. You wear it. When you go to the noisy environment, it will deduct the noise automatically.
No way.
Yeah. And also, this one's transmission range is the same as the Silicom C1 and the Silicom C1 Pro, 350 meter. So lower price, almost the same quality of the the previous version. And also, this one have the press to talk function. As you can see right here, the middle one. Why we have this one is like we consider that a lot of people are still using the walkie-talkie to make the communication, because the price is cheaper. We have to admit it. So this one is a little bit similar to the function of the walkie-talkie. When I press it for one time, because this one is not battery on, I can show it a bit to you guys. Okay, so when I press it for one time, it is muted and the light.
Abre pouquinho.
Não, vai na mão, abre mais. Né?
Abre pouquinho o quadro.
Okay, so as you can see right now, is the mic is on, and when I press it, the middle button one time, it is muted, right? It turns into red light. So when I long press this button, so I can keep talking. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 is on. When I release it, the mic is muted again. So for people who working in the production team who does not actually talk a lot, they only need to talk in the important time. They okay, 1, 2, 3, okay, I got it. Release it. It's muted. So they need to put it up, put it up, put it up, put it down. It's very easy for them to use. Yeah. And
that's clever.
Also, what's different from the Solidcom C1 and the Solidcom C1 Pro is the Solidcom C1 and the Solidcom C1 Pro, they could connect it with the hub. So it means that, like, for example, I purchased the Solidcom C1 4S and I purchased the Solidcom C1 8S. Right now, I have the increase of the group member. I have 16 people. So I can buy 2 hubs. And A has a connected to this hub and A has a connected to that hub. And I can use an Ethernet cable to connect them together. So that's we call that extended team members. But remember, if you buy a buy a wireless one before with the master headset, the master one cannot connect to the hub.
Okay.
So we can have like endless extension. Of course, we suggest 3 hubs to connect together, which is 27 people. But this one, the maximum is 8 people. So we cannot here. You don't have the A group, B group. It's all in one group, and the maximum is 8 people to talk together. So I would like to briefly talk about the position of this one. This one is an intercom system that we want to let more people who work in the production team, who work in the event, and also churches to have the accessibility to purchase this intercom system. Price is better with the noise cancellation, almost the same functions of the Solidcom C1 and the Solidcom C1 Pro, and the audio quality is good, and all for them to solve their problem that they meet right now. They only need to increase their budget a little bit, and they could get the Solidcom SE. Yes,
with a lot of quality. Let's talk about price comparison against the other options in the market. What is the difference?
We know that there is another intercom system that I just mentioned before. I think their price is almost the same as the Solidcom C1. The 4 headsets is around like $1,000, something like that. And this one, 4 headsets is only like $650 to $700. But this is a global price. In Brazil, it's a little bit higher. And 6 headsets is around $1,000. 8 headsets is around like $1,299, something like that.
And it's pretty good.
Yes. And each headset is like $150, something like that.
Yeah, what you're doing in practice here in Brazil is allowing small production companies and small crews and content creators to have a system that only big production companies used to have before.
Yes, because we know that, like, actually in each industry, it must have the professional, and it has a medium, and it also have the entry level. And we know that, like, the entry level or the small production team is actually the biggest amount of this market.
Yeah,
we have to make something that is affordable for them to use the same as no matter the medium or the professional level.
But this is not how the classic brands are thinking. There is no good solutions for the entry level, and I think this is the great success you have in this strategy.
Like for example, for one product, actually the price could be better, but some brands are still like selling a very high price. But what we are trying to do is, like, of course we make sure the company has a profit, but we do our best to give the best price to the end users, to let them have the right to enjoy the technology of the new product.
And we know that branding and marketing is about the place you occupy in people's mind and hearts, right?
Yes.
And you're getting this this space in people's heart and minds faster than the other brands have.
Yeah.
Right? Quer falar um pouquinho sobre coisas
Cara,
práticas
acho
do
que...
intercom?
Então, o lance do intercom, acho que é um pouco do que vocês falaram aí, né? É um produto que serve a todos, assim, né? A gente aqui na locadora aluga tanto para uma galera que quer fazer um filme pequeno, uma igreja, até um DVD, né? E produções maiores, né? O departamento de câmera passou a usar muito, né? Esse tipo de comunicação, porque é fácil, é rápido. A gente tem o outro modelo T1000, né, que é o que tem a base, que daí você já tem a base, tem que ter a base e o fone para funcionar, e uma cabine, digamos, né. Esse não, esses modelos só com um fone guia ele já manda sinal para os demais, então é muito fácil, é muito prático para trabalhar, né, e assim, não tem como ficar sem, cara. Uma vez que você usa isso numa produção, fica mal acostumado, né? Não fica aquela gritaria, né? Acende a luz ali, aumenta a intensidade do H ali. Tipo, é só baixar, fala ali, discreto. Então ganha outra classe o job, né?
E era inacessível, né?
Sim.
A gente, até pouco tempo, era um luxo.
Sim.
Você só conseguia pensar em intercom em jobs muito específicos, com um budget maior. E agora, cara, praticamente qualquer trabalho...
Até antes da pandemia mesmo, a galera fazia muito isso, né, em DVD. Passava o cabeamento da mesa ali, né, da mesa de som junto com um cabo HDMI, por exemplo. Passava e dava um fone convencional pro cara ali, mas assim, você só ouvia, você já não conseguia falar, né? Então, o fato de ficar sem fio, o fato de ter um noise reduction, essa comunicação ficou muito mais
Fora
prática,
a opção, né, que o Gasol mencionou mesmo de ter os rádios convencionais, né? Que você
também
aperta, só que é uma porcaria, né, cara? The conventional radio for communication in film sets were like an adaptation. Right.
Yeah.
We were using the wrong tool for the the job, and now you're providing the right tool for the job.
Yeah, because we know, like in the film set, there are already a lot of cables, and when you are holding a cable with your body at the whole time, it's sometimes easy to get hooked with the gears, and you might make them down. So the wireless things can make them as safe as possible. And also, I think I would like to briefly talk about the differences between the intercom and also the walkie-talkie. So why do we choose the intercom system rather than the walkie-talkie? Well, there are several things that we can see. First of all, is about the audio quality. We can see that the walkie-talkie, it can maintain the minimum demand of your audio communication. Like you can hear the audio, that's all.
Yeah.
But you cannot hear clearly what they're actually saying, right? And also another thing is about the intercom system is full duplex. So it's like we are making a call together. But for the walkie-talkie, it's a single way communication. When I'm pressing it, you're not able to talk. You have to wait until I stop it, then you can talk. So that's the difference. And also, like in the noisy environment or the places with a lot of noise. And also, I'm going to talk about another situation later. In the noisy environment, you need to talk and with the loud noise. You almost cannot hear it. But this one, your ear is covered, so you can hear what exactly they are talking about and receive the important information. And also, we talk about the noisy environment. What about in the quiet environment? For example, when we are doing a live streaming in a very quiet place, for example, the guy who work at the backstage right now, they want to make some communication. If you ask them to use a walkie-talkie, I believe the director is gonna punch them, right? So that's the difference. By using the intercom system, I can talk very quietly. Okay, the camera on, camera off. The camera move on. Very quietly, but they can receive the information. So that's it. Yeah. So I think this is 3 main points that is different from the intercom system and the walkie-talkie system.
That's great.
Yeah.
So we have completed our tour here.
Yeah.
Now we have a few more questions about Hollyland strategy in Brazil. And then you're free to go. What are plans for the future in Latin market, and what can you tell us about new launches and new product development that you're not allowed to say?
Yeah. So as you can see, like this year, Hollyland has actually launched a lot of new products that's coming out. As you can see, like until now, we already have the Pyrex, we have the Silicon SE, and in January we have the Lockcam 2. So I have to say, like 2024 is the year that we are going to keep increasing and keep providing new product to the market. And we are also trying to like providing more professional product to the end users, because especially for the video transmission system, some big production team or professional filmmaking team, they still think that this one is not good enough for them to use. And we are trying to do our best to provide the best equipments to the end users. I think it's the same as the microphone, intercom system, and also the live streaming camera. I can share with you a bit about the market that is in China right now.
Nice.
What's different from China is like the live streaming is actually so popular in TikTok. Wow. And it's a little bit different from the overseas TikTok right now. Right now, the overseas TikTok is still in the stage of entertainment. But in China, it has already in the step of the commercial. All small, medium, large enterprises are doing the live streaming in their own office. They have each company, I will not say each company, most companies that focus on the marketing, they must have a live streaming room in the TikTok to sell their products. So in this way,
what do they talk about in this live streaming?
They sell their product. Okay,
they talk about the products.
Okay, so, for example, we have the Silicon SE here. This is a function, blah, blah, blah. Here's a link. If you want to buy, you can buy it. If you have all day.
Wow.
If you have any questions, comment right here. I will answer your question.
That's crazy.
So this is like the real-time interaction. I can know all information I want to know, and I can see if any discounts right there. And actually, we're selling a lot of the wireless microphone on the TikTok right now. We have the specific live streaming team that is selling the Lockcam 2. We sell a lot in the TikTok. Wow. And yes,
soon it will come to Brazil. This.
Yeah, I hope there is one day. And talking about the TikTok, it's like because a lot of people are doing the live streaming. So how can they have a professional live streaming experience with the expand number of the people entering this level? For example, I'm the people who run these enterprises. I don't have the knowledge of how to setting up such a nice scenario. I just want to make it easy and make the video quality looks good. So that's why our Venus live streaming camera come out. A lot of enterprises are using this live streaming camera to do the live streaming, easy to use, and with the good image quality. And this is a market that we are moving on right now. And we believe this is a huge market because there are actually a lot of brands in China is also working in this direction also.
Very nice. Tem alguma pergunta?
Cara, acho que não. A gente passou por um produto de cada aí, mais ou menos, né? Passou por um mic, um intercom, a parte de link sem fio, a parte de monitoração. Tá faltando alguma coisa, será? Do portfólio mesmo? Não, né?
Eu quero perguntar sobre como ser um representante, né? Como vender Hollyland. If I am a retailer, I have a store, a video and audio store. How can I get these products to sell to my clients?
Yes, in Brazil we have the distributor, and you can easily search it from our website. So all of the authorized distributor and resellers is going on the website. So in this way, you don't need to worry about you buy the fake things or something like that. It's all in the website. Yeah.
Is there a fake market like selling Hollyland?
In Brazil, I haven't found it, but in India,
wow,
there are actually some people are making the fake things. Actually, especially for the Lockcam 1, it was selling well. So some small factory, they are copying our appearance and to sell the product.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, but this is a double side thing. On the one hand, we are like our copyright is violated by the other brand. But on the other hand, it proves that our product is actually selling very well and very popular.
Yeah.
That's why other people are copying our product.
Yeah, and it's a desired brand, right?
Yes.
And if I'm a creator
Mhm.
and I want to
Mhm.
do some kind of partnership, a collaboration with you guys,
Mhm.
who do I talk to? And
Mhm.
how do I get in contact with you?
So actually we have the regional social media account, which is called Hollyland.br. So this is an official account that we are running in Brazil. So if any content creators are willing to work with us to create the content and share the product to your friends or to your audience, you can send a message to our account and we will proactively reply you, and of course we have a standard of the collaboration. Otherwise, if we give away the product to everyone, the market is gonna be chaotic. But we will try to treat every content creator seriously. If they are really valuable for collaboration, we'll do our best to support them and grow with them together.
Very nice.
Mhm.
Instagram, Hollyland.br.
BR.
See.
And
See.
there you go.
See. Okay, subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe, please.
Yeah. So this is account that we yeah. So as you can see, we share a lot of like products right here, and we also share our offline event information here. So you can see a lot of like information. Also, we have a community group in the WhatsApp. So right now we have around like more than 500 people. So people who wanna like communicate their filmmaking skills or any experience inside that, they could freely join our community. And we set up this community is not just to promote a Hollyland product, but we also trying to like build up a platform or a community for people to share about their filmmaking skills, or people who have the like second-hand gears. They're able to sell it, because I want to make it more organic rather than just an advertising platform. But of course, we don't allow any resellers inside to sell the product, because we think this is they will make the things different. Like everybody is fighting inside the group chat to get the client. So we make it as a natural platform for people to communication, to asking questions.
It's a safe environment for used products, right?
Yes.
So, para fechar, eu queria perguntar eu queria falar um pouquinho sobre essa visão que é construída aqui no Ocidente a respeito da China. Ele estava falando ali em off que as coisas são um pouco diferentes do que a mídia coloca, né? Would you tell us about what we were talking outside, about the preconceived ideas about China and China products and Chinese people? What are your thoughts about it?
I will try to be neutral to share about the opinion that as a Chinese people who lived in China for more than 20 years. So first of all, I'm very proud of being a Chinese people, and I believe like we can see during the last few decades, China has actually developed a lot, and we think that the Chinese government is actually providing a lot of opportunity for the people to grow. And we can see that like in the past, China brand is more regarded as a cheap brand, and also produce the fake things to the world. So when you ask them about the impression of the Chinese brand, it's a low brand, I'm not gonna trust them. If you ask me to buy clothes or something like that, okay, China brand, okay.
It happens a lot with Chinese cars here.
Yeah, yes. But right now we are actually in a stage of transition. You can see, just talk about the filming industry. We can see a lot of brands is actually growing and stepping into the high end. Like for the lighting, we got a NAND light, we got an aperture, and for the drone, we know the DJI and Hollyland. I will not say the top brand, but we are also growing. It's not
You're
just
getting there.
Yeah, we are getting there. We are trying to grow and grow. This is also the same thing happening in whole China in different kind of category. And I think like right now the health of the Chinese society is very good, and we are keep growing. And there might be about as a Chinese people right there. You can see the city environment. The development of the city is also booming. If you go back to 40 years, 30 years before, China everywhere is like a small town. But if you go to Shenzhen, if you go to Shanghai, if you go to Guangzhou, you'll see it is incredible. It must be different as you see from some platform. It is a brand new city and people are open-minded and they are very overwhelming. And the technology is growing there, and people are working hard to make the society growing together. So for me, as a people who are 100% pure Chinese people, I think it's a very good country for me to live, and it's a very good country for people to travel to see how does China look like, whether it is actually the same as the platforms from the foreign countries or from the local medias describing. You need to see how it really looks like rather than seeing in the book. And there is one thing I want to say. I forgot it. Let me think about this. I forget it.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But media content is always biased, right?
Yes.
Very biased.
Yeah.
So we have to think about it. Not necessarily what they are talking about is the pure truth.
Yeah.
So it's great to hear it from you.
Yeah, and there is one thing that I would like to share about, like when last year, before I came to Brazil, the Latin America is a mysterious place for me. The furthest place I went to is the Southeast Asia. So I don't know how does Brazil really look like. So I searched in the media platforms and they say, whoa, the drug here is very severe, the robbery and everything. So the last night that I came to Brazil, when I was sleeping, I had a dream that I got a robbery and the guy who is holding the gun asking me, take all the wallet and phones, you know? That's a nightmare that I had before I come to Brazil. So you can see my fright about Brazil. But when I really come here, I mean, we can see there are actually some homeless people in the street.
Of course.
Yes, but it's not as bad as the media is describing. Oh, it's chaotic, it's not suitable for people to work, to live. It's actually, Brazil is a very nice place. People are very enthusiastic, and they always make you like real friends and always willing to help you. And I think this is totally different from what I expect about a country. This is actually happening before I come to every country. So what I'm trying to be is like, do not always pre-concept what does this country look like? What will the things look like? Yeah. Go and seek it and you will find a difference.
Yeah, of course, if you go to Rio de Janeiro, it is more dangerous. There is more crime, but this is a big country. There's a lot of landscapes and stuff to see that is not in the media. So like here in Campinas, it's a good city. It's a good place to live, you know, with good people.
Like Curitiba, Foz do Iguaçu, Campinas,
Porto Alegre.
Yeah, it's a very good place.
Nordeste tem muitas cidades boas também.
Yeah.
Well, it was a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah,
I'm very, very glad that we can call you friend.
Yeah,
we can already call you friend. Thank you for this. You're very welcome to be back when you have new product, new launches. You can can come and talk about it. All right.
Yeah. I'm also very happy to come here today. This is actually the first time we are sitting in the Brazilian podcast, and we are very happy to share about the true mind of the brand and also the product to the people who is watching this video. And we are very happy that if you guys have any questions or opinions about us, we're always happy to talk with you guys, because you guys are the most precious people that we valued. Yeah, good to have you guys here.
Oh my God.
Muito bom, hein?
Muito bom, muito bom. Valeu, galera.
É isso aí.
Tem mais alguma coisa pra falar?
Não, é isso aí. Até o próximo.
Obrigado e até a próxima.
Obrigado.
Yeah, bye bye. Ciao.